شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتو یې پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا
Good evening. Today is Thursday, December 12, 2024. I'm Suleiman Talash and you are watching RTA News. Turkish charity foundations have expressed their readiness to implement projects in Afghanistan in the fields of educational institutions, clean water supply, and assistance to poor people. Representatives of the country's charity foundation said in a meeting with the political deputy of the Prime Minister that the Turkish government and people are eager to assist Afghans in various fields. More details in report.
Maulavi Abdul Kabir, the political deputy to the Prime Minister of the Islamic Emirate, in a meeting with representatives of Turkish charitable foundations, called the relations between Kabul and Ankara beneficial and added that the Islamic Emirate is ready to cooperate with Turkish charitable foundations in carrying out its affairs.
The Honorable Political Deputy of the Prime Minister, Maulavi Abdul Kabir, described the relations between Kabul and Ankara as beneficial and important and called Turkey a friendly country of Afghanistan. The Honorable Political Deputy thanked Turkey for its assistance to Afghans and said that the Islamic Emirate will provide assistance to Turkish charitable institutions in Afghanistan at any level so that they can carry out their works effectively.
In this meeting, representatives of Turkish charitable foundations said that the Turkish people and government are ready to implement projects in Afghanistan in the areas of building educational institutions and mosques, providing clean water and helping the poor.
Turkey is one of the countries that has had good economic, political, and military relations with the governments in Afghanistan for decades. In the past 3.5 years, when Afghanistan has been facing economic and political pressures, it has sought cooperation. The fact that they want to cooperate in infrastructure in Afghanistan is a positive step.
Turkey is one of the countries that has provided assistance to Afghanistan in various fields in the past 3 years and has good bilateral political relations with Islamic Emirate.
The National Hajj Committee held a meeting under the chairmanship of Maulavi Abdul Salam Hanafi, the administrative deputy of the Prime Minister. In this meeting, a comprehensive discussion was held on the methods of transporting pilgrims and visitors to the Kaaba, determining the timing of flights, and organizing transportations and banking affairs, and necessary decisions were taken in this regard. The Ministry of Public Works says that Maulavi Muhammad Ishaq Sahibzada, the Deputy Minister of Railways, visited the reconstruction works of Haratan Port and the railway station of this port during his visit to Balkh province. According to the ministry, Mr. Sahibzada emphasized the rapid processing of documents and the increase in exports and imports, in addition to the unloading and loading of commercial goods. Mullah Nuruddin Torabi, the director of the National Disaster Management Authority, met with Muhammad Asif Fulat, the director of the Muslim Hands International Foundation, and his delegation in his office. Mr. Torabi, while welcoming the director of the Muslim Hands International Foundation and his delegation, said that we have always cooperated with organizations so that timely assistance can be provided to needy individuals. He asked all international organizations to assist them in natural and unnatural disasters. Mr. Fulat said that this organization serve people in various fields such as education, health, and various other projects. In a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Qatar strongly condemned the attack on Khalilur Rahman Haqqani, the Minister of Refugees and Returnees of the Islamic Emirate, and a number of his associates, and expressed its condolences to the families of the victims and the Islamic Emirate over their martyrdom. The statement said that Qatar is opposed to all forms of violence, terrorism, crime, and political assassination in Afghanistan. In addition to Qatar, the Iranian Foreign Minister and the Organization of Islamic Cooperation also strongly condemned the attack on Khalilur Rahman Haqqani. The United Nations Development Fund says that Norway has donated more than $896 million to help the Afghans. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Economy of the Islamic Emirate welcomes the Norwegian aid, saying that it will be used in humanitarian sector and meeting the needs of the Afghan people. We have more in this report. The United Nations Development Fund, or UNDP, has announced an additional $896,300 in aid from Norway to Afghanistan.
This assistance supports projects and programs that are helping to improve the lives of people in Afghanistan, especially in the areas of humanitarian assistance, economic stability, and meeting the needs of the people. And this assistance is of great importance in providing vital services to the people.
Meanwhile, the Ministry of Economy of the Islamic Emirate praises Norway's aid and says that the aid will be used in humanitarian sectors and meet the needs of the Afghan people.
The aid will be used in humanitarian sectors and to meet the needs of Afghan people. Our demand is that aid to Afghan people should be increased.
Economic experts believe that donor countries should establish a fund in cooperation with the Islamic Emirate so that it can be spent on infrastructure.
Foreign aid in Afghanistan can play an important and fundamental role in improving economic infrastructure such as health, agriculture, education, and in addition to various sectors. I think that if this aid is provided in Afghanistan by creating an aid fund that is spent under the guidance of the Afghan government, it can help Afghanistan carrying out reconstruction projects on the one hand, and on the other hand, people will be employed in sustainable work.
In the latest move, Bulgaria has also donated 30,000 euros to the United Nations Humanitarian Affairs Coordinator for Afghanistan. Sardar Ahmad Shakib, the ambassador of the Islamic Emirate to Islamabad, met with Junaid Makda, head of the Pakistan-Afghanistan Joint Chamber of Commerce and members of the Federation of Pakistan Chambers of Commerce and Industry. The Embassy of the Islamic Emirate in Islamabad said that the meeting discussed trade between Afghanistan and Pakistan, problems in this field, solutions, and other related issues. The Embassy of the Islamic Emirate in Ashgabat says that the Vice President of Turkmenistan and Minister of Foreign Affairs Rashid Mirdaf has awarded the honorary Medal of Makhdum Quli to the Charge d'Affaires of the Islamic Emirate Fazl Muhammad Saber. According to the embassy, this honorary medal was awarded to Mr. Saber during a ceremony in Ashgabat to mark the 300th anniversary of the birth of the famous Turkmen poet Makhdum Quli Faraghi. The Afghan Red Crescent Society reports providing health services to more than 5,000 people in Paktia province over the past month. According to the Afghan Red Crescent Society, these services, which include examinations, giving medicine, dressing the wounded, providing vaccines, and other health services, have been provided in different parts of the province over the last month. And the final one is that an awareness program to prevent air and environmental pollution was held with the participation of representatives from Kabul municipality, religious scholars, the public, youth, and other relevant officials. In this program, officials spoke about the effects of air and environmental pollution and stated that the environmental health and environmental staff of Kabul municipality have been monitoring the installation and operation of smoke purification filters in the central heating and cooling systems of residential and commercial places and will deal legally with violators. And that's all for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوي پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا